Okay, let's get this show on the road. Bit of a silly mood today. Greetings and welcome, everyone. Greetings and welcome, people. Yes, it's good weather, so we're getting quite a few vlogs together. Well, alright then, the second vlog in 3 or 4 days. Yep, it's good stuff. Thought I'd do a little chat on something that, while what I'm going to talk about isn't exactly serious, it does touch on a serious matter. And the serious matter is OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, I want to make it clear that although I'm not discussing OCD in any serious manner in this little chat, does not mean I think OCD is not a serious subject. I know with a lot of disorders, especially mental disorders, emotional disorders, speech disorders, psychological disorders, whatever you want to call them, they generally have a scale. And I want to make it clear that I know not from my own personal experience, but from dealings with somebody I used to work with, that serious OCD is not funny in any way, shape or form. This person I worked with, I suspected was suffering OCD. Then one day he didn't come into work, he was off sick. Okay, fine, fair enough, maybe cold or something like that. A few more days went by, didn't come into work. Then after about a week and a half, he emailed us, all of us, because we're all in the same IT tech support team. He emailed us and said, just to let you know that I've not been at work because my OCD has flared up. And basically, I hate to say things like poor sod, but yeah, when I read the email he sent, I did think to myself, God, you poor sod, because I'm not patronising or condescending or anything. I genuinely felt sorry for the guy. His OCD was such that he couldn't leave the house. He had to keep going back in. He had to search through waste bins and drawers and things because he was sure he'd lost something or he'd thrown something important away. And basically it meant he couldn't function as he would like to normally. I mean, he had a wife and a little kiddie, so it was making things very difficult. But obviously he was entitled to sick leave from work, and it was a diagnosed condition, so everything was okay on that side. But boy, when you think you've got things tough in your life and you hear about something like that, and I mean, people who don't understand these sort of things will probably go, oh, so what, all you got to do is just say, get on with it, just fuck your ideas up, blah blah blah. So it's probably the same thing people think about depression and things like that. I'll just cheer up. It doesn't work that way, guys. But anyway, what I'm going to talk about, I'm not sure whether it actually does. Oh, I saw that shadow of that bird go over then. I thought it was going to fly right in front of me. I'm not even sure it does actually qualify as OCD, so maybe I'm being a bit clickbaity with the title. If you think so, then I do apologise. It wasn't deliberately meant as clickbait, but there we go. So what I'm talking about is probably what most people would classify as idiosyncrasies or habits, subconscious foibles. You may very well have something yourself along the same lines of things that you do without realising it, and then one day you think, why do I keep doing that? First thing for me is, it's going to sound really weird, and it's completely irrational, as I suppose most OCD ultimately is. I count the stairs as I'm going up or downstairs. Now, I don't seem to do this anywhere else other than my house and on the main stairs. We've got two large flights, or two main flights of stairs in our house, one going up to obviously the first floor or second floor if you're an American, and the other one going up to the attic room. But it's only the main flight from ground floor to the first floor that I count. And I remember for some reason I started doing this when I was a child. Living at home. I have absolutely no reason that I can think of why I started doing it or why I'm still doing it. But every time I find myself going up and down the stairs, I find myself counting the stairs. I don't know if I have some subconscious fear that somebody is going to one day come in and steal one or two steps and cause us all sorts of problems with manoeuvring and negotiating our stairs. Or whether the stairs are suddenly going to breed and there are going to be more stairs than there was originally. Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, it's something I just find myself doing. And if I consciously say to myself, obviously, and maybe that's another thing I shouldn't do, talk to myself, a bit like I'm doing now, don't do that, then I can stop doing it. But if I don't think about it, I just find myself getting to the middle or even top of the stairs, find myself counting. Another thing I find myself doing, and strangely I'm not the only one in my family that does it. My daughter seems to do it as well, one of my daughters, is whenever I buy a new DVD or Blu-ray or CD, and yes, I'm one of those weird people that still buys the physical discs. Maybe that's another OCD thing, I don't know. I doubt it. I just like to have the physical disc in my hands rather than just a download with a digital digital certificate to have it. As I say, whenever I buy a new CD, DVD, Blu-ray, particularly if it's a multi-disc set, or even if it's not, just a single disc, I find I will unwrap it, I will open the case, and then I will, if necessary, rotate the disc or discs in the holder so that they are lined up. Yeah, weird. You might be sitting there thinking, well, what's wrong with that? I do that as well. Okay, welcome to the club. You're as batty as I am. Now there was something else that I thought to myself, yeah, that's not normal either. I cannot for the life of me think what it was now. I mean, I know there's this thing about OCD. Everybody thinks that people who are OCD are meticulously, fanatically tidy, and I can absolutely and categorically assure you that that is not the case with me. And if my wife ever watches this video, she'll probably go, yeah, exactly. God, it's going to be busy in white ways today. Oh, lordy, yes. Blimey. Ooh, that is absolutely cracking day. Grommet. See if I can get some footage of the valley. And I head to the right while keeping my eyes to the left. I hope I don't go off the edge. Some do, some don't. Yeah. When I get home I will pull the foam off of this microphone and make sure the microphone is facing the right way. So if any of this footage does make it into a vlog, I think I'm going to end it there, or even there, end it there. And thank you for dropping by. I'll catch you next time. Cheerio.